Alrighty then, so I just finished my workout and I wanted to make some comments about it because now that I'm done, I'm going to attempt to piece together all of the workouts that I did and the progress and everything else. But I feel like it's really important that I kind of talk about my process, the progress that I made. I might have blueberries in my tooth, I'm not sure. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I had been working out since the end of 2018. I don't know. I was working out consistently, and then for a while I just kept dabbling because I was dealing some personal stuff again, and it just kind of kept getting worse and worse as time went on, and I would skip more and more workouts. But I was trying to really get back into it in the end of 2018, and I was working out all the time. I was doing tons of cardio, tons of Les Mills combat, like I was lifting weight. I was Les Mills in general, sorry. I was lifting weights, I was doing all that stuff, but I wasn't really eating terribly better. I mean, I was doing better, but I wasn't really doing better. And I still drank, I still drank beer and went and had Mexican food too often and was really down and struggling. And I didn't feel like I was making hardly any progress. And then I decided that I was going to just change it up because it was taking me too long to decide what workout I was supposed to do or I was going to do or I wanted to do. And then, I was trying to mix all the different workouts together, and I didn't feel like I got to feel progress because I was doing a new workout every day, and it wasn't like do 7 new workouts, do 7 different workouts a week and then repeat it again or whatever it is. I didn't get to see any progress, and I think that was one of the big things that I really needed to see throughout the whole thing. So when I did decide to make the switch, I still have Les Mills on demand. I still pay for it because I got grandmothered in at this point to still paying the lower price, and I still pay for it. I don't know. But anyway, what I will say is I did get Beachbody on demand, and I've been wanting to do 80-day obsession. So I decided I was going to do it that way. And instead of starting with just 80-day obsession right away, I decided I was going to step it all the way down and start with a little obsessed and kind of go from there. And I started that on July 16th was the first round that I did. I decided to do 2 rounds. So I did it twice, of course. And the first round was on the 16th of July. And then the second round I did on the 24th of July, which was fairly decently on track. Given the fact that before that I was missing days, and then, yeah, it's like a whole thing. So I finished both of those and I made really cool changes. I was still struggling with trying to figure out how to do my eating, and understanding, since I've switched that to Ayurveda, and trying to clean my system, then trying to find motivation, and then sleeping on time, and juggling everything else that normal people do. But when you deal with the crap that I deal with, it can be a little bit more of a challenge. And I knew I needed more structure, and I knew I needed extra help to get back to where I was before. And I knew that exercise, to me in the past, had helped me to do that. So I knew I needed to switch to having like a Beachbody program. And I went over throughout the whole eating program and everything. And I basically took all of my knowledge about my own body and my Ayurveda and everything else that I've learned, and I made it work for the 80-day obsession eating plan. And I found that in round 1 was really difficult because after I got through the 2 weeks of a little obsessed, I decided to graduate to 80-day obsession. I was really excited about it, and I'd already made really awesome progress. When I started a little obsessed, I was at 180 basically, as 179.2 on my skinny point of time during the day. And that was already a big progress because I was pushing 190 in the middle 190s at the end of the year before, which is totally not me. And what I ended up starting out on 80-day obsession August 2nd of 2009, and I weighed 177. So within the 2 weeks that I did a little obsessed, I had actually lost a little bit of weight, not a lot, and I'd switched some of my eating, but not a lot. I was still trying to figure it out, and it was very difficult. Trying to meal prep wasn't working, and I don't know, you know how it feels when you try and you're like, that's the problem, trying, you're not doing. But I mean, it's like trying to detox or attempting to detox your body from the crap and get used to enjoying the good again was difficult. That's just always difficult for anyone, even me. Like, I don't automatically love good and healthy food immediately. You have to train your taste buds to enjoy them again, you know? And even though I knew certain foods made me feel like crap, I still ate them because it was, you know, comfort food or whatever, or easy. And so I had to switch my thinking. And at that point, when I was trying to do all that stuff in the beginning, again, I was trying, I was struggling to want to cook or even be motivated to do any of that. And now I'm like, sure, like, it's awesome how much things have changed. And I don't even know what today is. Today is like, I think my thing's back on still. Hang on. Okay. I think it's the 9th. Come on, watch. 262%. I've reached my goal. It is the 9th. It's the 9th of December of 2019. And I have officially finished 80-day obsession, and I'm feeling really freaking awesome. What I will say is, like I said, month 1, I really made some changes. I made changes in the 2 weeks I did a little obsessed, and then a little bit more changes. I don't think I was quite meal prepping fully the first month. I was trying to do it, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember looking back now. I think I was doing partial parts of it, and then I would have to cut certain things up during dinner or whatever. And then it just wasn't really working for me because I don't really eat breakfast. And then when I wake up, I just want coffee, and then I don't want food, or I'm not hungry until lunch. So I'm naturally an intermittent faster. So I was trying to figure out how I'm supposed to add in more carbs and also eat the right types of meat that didn't make me feel like crap, because in the past I was used to being meatless, and I knew I would need some form of protein. Not that you can't do it with this program, but I knew I needed to do something at that time to kind of fill in that, because I don't like warmed up tofu. I like to eat it. I like it cooked a certain way, but I don't like warmed up tofu. It's gross. So if I was going to meal prep, I knew I needed to move to something that didn't wreck my body, and I would only eat meat once a day. So throughout that process of trying to figure that out, and finding black rice and things like that that would be low glycemic and work better for me, it's been kind of a bit of a process, which wasn't a big deal. It's taken me a minute, and I did miss a lot of workouts here and there, because I mean, let's face it, I started August 2nd and it is now December. I dropped weight, and then I gained weight last month. I haven't done my measurements for this month yet, but what I will say is I have definitely dropped more inches than weight, and I'm almost back to the same weight I was when I moved into this apartment, and I'm about to move out in the end of January. I feel awesome. A lot of my clothes fit today. I put on some of my favorite, my favorite shorts. Some of my favorite shorts that I used to wear that I bought back in 2013. I hadn't been able to wear it in a minute. I mean, I wore them briefly just before I moved here. And yeah, even with me gaining butt throughout this program, I put them on today, and it was freaking awesome. And I still have some work to do, but what I will say is that eating it really depends on what you're eating. I know that one of the months I didn't do really well because I was struggling with, I was eating like chipotle peppers in my stuff, and it was really wrecking my stomach, and I knew better, but yeah, I was dealing with that. So you'll see the whole process, hopefully, if I get it all done. I'm proud of myself. I don't know. I've had to take days off because of school, and then I took off. Yesterday was supposed to be my last day. I took that off to go spend time with my family because I felt like it was important. And I have more drive and more gusto, and I'm happier, and yeah, I love it. I mean, this is just totally awesome, and I'm gonna ski. I've never skied. I'm going to stick with it. My skin is doing a hell of a lot better. I do have some moments. I mean, we just had Thanksgiving and I ate like freaking awesome. I didn't have any of those things, but this week I've been craving like chips really bad. So I bought some Pringles, and I didn't really eat a lot at all because I didn't get to meal prep. It was a final paper I was writing. So, but that's life. It comes, it goes, and I didn't quit, even if I had to take off 2 days. And during the paper writing, I had to take off like 4 days, and it was not ideal, and I beat myself up, but I wasn't gonna quit. There was no freaking way. And in the past, I'd quit because I didn't have the structure of a program to follow. And I will say that now that I'm done, there are some workouts that really freaking wrecked my back, and I want to say that it really is my back completely, but like the cardio flow some days was really hard on my back. And I'm thinking about, I want to see if anybody, stop it! I want to see if anybody's actually mixed in Pio, because Pio like really worked my arms and strong in a different way than this workout. This workout was awesome, full body, don't get me wrong, everything, but I didn't really grow in the push-ups like I did with Pio. And I would love to mix those two together and see if I can, but I don't want to do that just because I don't want to do cardio flow. So I just have to make sure and figure out what that is or what that looks like. So I'm going to kind of figure that out. But either way, I'm going to start back up the whole thing, phase 1, tomorrow, and measure myself and then see how I can catch up with these videos and stuff, because I'm like 2018 behind. But I'm motivated, I'm ready, and this was 80 videos to edit, and that's a lot, but I'm really excited to see the progress all the way through. I just saw like my beginning video, and I was just so much more chunky. Definitely see a huge change in not only my personality and my thinking process, but my hips, even though I've kind of been delayed talking right now. I'm just like, I don't know. Anyway, my hips are the biggest change, and it's awesome. So with that, I am done. I'm gonna go. I'll see you later. Adios.